Muhammad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري يسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. My respected elders, my brothers and sisters in Islam, Salamun alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So before I begin my speech, I have like a short trivia question. Inshallah, it's for the whole audience. So, how many letters did the people of Kufa send to Imam Hussein? Any guesses? Just approximate. Anyone? Sent. Anyone else? 40. Sent. Can be a bit louder. I can't really hear you. Anyone else? Sent. Jazakallah. So we have some reports in history that say that the people of Kufa sent over 18,000 letters to Imam Hussein asking him to come to Kufa, claiming to support him. In one of the famous books in Maqtal Abu Miknaf, it is narrated that each letter would be written by not only one, but up to a group of 4 people. Now, the people of Kufa went to an extent where they would say that we would not pray Jummah unless Imam Hussein comes and leads Salatul Jummah. Of course, we knew the people of Kufa were hypocrites for they easily gave up their words. They easily gave up their words through bribery and intimidation. They would end up treating Imam al-Hussein like they treated his father, Imam Ali. And this is shown when they abandoned and killed Muslim bin Aqil. They were intrigued by materialistic rewards rather than being intrigued by the truth. The people of Kufa are a perfect example for the saying, words are worthless if they cannot be carried out by actions. Now, my motive for this speech isn't to reiterate history and talk about facts that, of course, all of you may know. Rather, I want to elaborate on how history does actually repeat itself and is relevant in today's society. Now, we live in a day where live in a day and age where injustice, brutality, oppression, hypocrisy, and ignorance are prevalent. And the more worse these conditions get, the more close we get to the reappearance of our 12th Imam, Imam Mahdi Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. In Kitab al-Ghaiba by Sheikh Tusi, there is a narration in which Imam Jaffery Sadiq alayhi salam says, he says, when the Qaim rises up, someone will come and announce in the grave of every believer, your Imam has risen, your Imam has risen. If you want to join, you may do so. Otherwise, you may continue to lie in the mercy of God. Now, through this hadith, there is much reflection to be done. I mean, I speak for myself first, but will we be a part of those believers, or will we be asked to join the Imam, or will we be like the people of Kufa? Similar to those people, nowadays we also send letters to our Imam asking him our hajat. We ask him our hajat and we ask him to return. When we say Al-Ajal Ya Mahdi, do we actually mean it? Or is it just a chant or slogan we've all adopted? The Imam will reappear in order to abolish injustice and oppression. However, are we going to be those people that contribute to this injustice and oppression in the first place? Just because we don't commit unjust acts firsthand, that doesn't make us less of an oppressor. The worst of people are those who see oppression and tyranny, yet they do not speak out against it. They're happy and content as long as it doesn't affect them. And they're enjoying and living in their luxurious and materialistic life. It is vital to recognize that we are able to serve our Imam even before his reappearance. And this can be done through easy actions, which is protesting, speaking against the oppressors of our time. However, a true revolutionary is that person who lives a moral life. Now, someone might ask, how can you live a moral life? To live a moral life, you have to do every action for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this can be done only if we learn to live our lives just like the Ahlul Bayt lives theirs. Consequently, it is important to not forget that we need to balance deen and dunya. No doubt the Imam needs people in his army that are true believers and following the teachings of the Quran and Masumin, but the Imam will also need people who are successful in their daily and practical lives. He will need doctors, engineers, teachers, philosophers, and scholars. I emphasize on the fact that it is also important to always perform your obligatory actions before any of this. Since we are commemorating the sacrifice of Imam Hussein, we should recognize what he sacrificed for. Imam Hussein sacrificed to show the importance of worshipping Allah through salah. Now, if we consider lamenting more important than salah, then what value do our tears or lamenting hold? For salah is the foundation of Islam. Or, if we do perform our obligatory actions, some people feel the need that it is wajib to update social media on the fact that they're being religious, right? Your worship should only be between you and Allah. There's no need to hashtag Muharram swag or post pictures on Instagram of you reciting Ziyarat Ashura. Yet again, everything you do should be qurbatan ilallah. And the fact that the Imam has not come, it shows that we are not ready, right? It shows that we have not learned to practice Islam properly and follow the path of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. So please, my dear brothers and sisters, we need to reflect every single day and ask ourselves, is the Imam happy with what I am doing? Would he even consider someone like me to be a part of his army, to serve him and ultimately Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We have a hadith that say, when the Imam hastens, many Shia will reject Imam Mahdi. Shias ourselves, we will reject Imam Mahdi and say he's a false Messiah. We should pray every day that we don't end up being like those Shia. Because if we are a true believer that the Imam is a sign of Allah, then we should consider Surah Ankabut verse 23 where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who reject Allah's sign and the meeting with Him, such people can despair of my mercy, such people will have a painful punishment. Now, in conclusion, if we can draw a connection between us and the corrupted people of Kufa during the time of Imam Ali and Imam Hussein alayhi salam, then we really need to change our ways and pray to Allah that He gives us tawfiq to get closer to Him and to serve our Imam and inshallah be a part of his 313. Now, as the days get shorter, as the oppression and injustice gets worse, the coming of our Imam is sooner. So my brothers and sisters, please reflect on your actions in your daily lives and ask yourselves, am I ready? Jazakallah khair, sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.